So I kept seeing Sonya Massey's name on the internet. Sonya Massey. But I kept bypassing the headlines. And then I kept seeing, say her name. I'm like, oh no, not again. But yep, lo and behold, it has happened again. Sonya Massey called the police officers to her home because she thought she heard an intruder. They went into her home, noticed a pot of hot water on the stove, demanded that she turn the water off, and when she went to pick up the pot, they drew their guns. I know one of them did. In the video, I only saw one draw his gun, threatened to shoot her in the face if she don't put the water down. And I think they said she knelt down. And when she knelt down, that's when he shot her in the face, like he said he was going to do. Right in her house. And then they have body cam where he, after he shot and killed her, called her all kinds of stupid bitches. So I came across this article on the AssociatedPressNews.com that said records show that the deputy charged in Sonya Massey's fatal shooting worked for 6 agencies in 4 different years. 6 agencies in 4 different years. In 4 years.
He should have been in that movie Life. They could have called him Can't Get Right.
Let me go and fetch my article, y'all. This is rough. I'll be right back.
I can tell that they all scared of revolution. They ain't even trying to find out a resolution. I'm talking heal the body, free the mind, evolution. They don't really understand, man, they never do it. They acting all stupid.
So, the former sheriff's deputy charged with murder in the fatal shooting of Sonya Massey, a 36-year-old black woman killed inside of her own Illinois home, had been employed by a half-dozen police agencies since 2020, according to state law enforcement records and according to this article on the AssociatedPress.com website. Sean Grayson's career, that's his name, y'all, Sean Grayson, S-E-A-N Grayson, don't forget it, don't ever forget it. His career included short stints as a part-time officer at 3 small police departments and a full-time job at a 4th department, as well as working full-time at 2 sheriff's offices, all in central Illinois. Grayson, who is 30 and white, has pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct charges in the July 6th killing. And by the way, they didn't release the body cam until 2 weeks after she was murdered. He was fired by the Sangamon, that's what it looked like to me, Sangamon County Sheriff's Office. S-A-N-G-A-M-O-N, Sangamon. I can't think of any other way to pronounce it. But anyways, authorities said that Massey had called 911 to report a suspected prowler. 2 deputies eventually showed up at her house in Springfield, which is about 200 miles southwest of Chicago. Sheriff's body cam video confirmed prosecutors' earlier account of the tense moment when Grayson yelled across a counter at Massey to set down a pot of hot water. He then threatened to shoot the unarmed woman in the face now. Massey ducked and then briefly rose, and when she rose up, that's when he fired. Massey was hit 3 times with a fatal shot to her head. He said he was going to shoot her in the face. Let's not forget. Huh?
That's what he did.
That's what he did. At a news conference in Springfield, civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who was representing Massey's family, asserted that the Justice Department had opened an investigation into the incident, which is welcome because there have been some concerns and revelations by the family that we think need to be investigated, he said, and he did not know the scope of the probe. He said he did not know the scope of the probe, but in a statement, the Justice Department, or Department of Justice, said it is aware of and assessing the circumstances surrounding the tragic officer-involved death, and said it will continue to track the criminal case. This is terrible. This is terrible.
Buzzz Tweet Radio. You're listening to Buzzz Tweet Radio.
What is up, y'all? You're listening to B Sparrow on Buzzz Tweet Talk Radio.
We're back and we're black and we're talking about Sonya Massey, the officer, Sean Grayson, that killed her in her own home, threatened to shoot her in the face, and without pause, without even thinking, he shot her in the face. So James Wilburn, Massey's father, called for the sheriff, Jack Campbell, we say, but it's probably Campbell, Jack Campbell, to resign. He says, I want to tell y'all the sheriff here is an embarrassment. This man, Grayson, should have never had a badge, and he should have never had a gun. He should have never been given the opportunity to kill my child. The Associated Press is seeking Grayson's employment history from the 6 agencies. The Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standard Board says Grayson was hired part-time on August 11, 2020, by the Pawnee Police Department. He was also hired part-time on February 4th, 2021 by the Kincaid Police Department and on May 20, 2021 by the Verdon Police Department. How does this happen? 2 months later, he was hired full-time by the Auburn Police Department and remained there until May 1st, 2022 when he was hired full-time by the Logan County Sheriff's Department. Grayson left Logan County on April 28, 2023, and was hired full-time on May 1st, 2023, by the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office. He received his part-time law enforcement certification on June 5th, 2021, according to the Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board. His certification status currently reads as suspended on the board's website. Lord, I need a break. This is rough.
He ain't even certified, fully certified.
His certification status currently reads as suspended on the board's website.
They said he got a piece of certification.
Part-time law enforcement certification.
That ain't even full-time. He ain't no full-time cop.
I need a break. I really do. I'll be back, y'all.
A flashlight cop got more authority than him.
Who's on point like a dart or an arrow? Introducing ladies and gentlemen, be special. Said who's on point like a dart or an arrow? Introducing ladies and gentlemen, be special. Who's on point like a dart or an arrow? Introducing ladies and gentlemen, be special. Who's on point like a dart or an arrow? Introducing ladies and gentlemen, be special. I said who's on point like a dart or an arrow? Introducing ladies and gentlemen, be special. Who's on point like a dart or an arrow?
So, Wilburn and Sonya Massey's mother, Donna Massey, met with Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker and Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton at a Baptist church. at a Baptist church. Why a Baptist church? They understood that oftentimes the Sonia Masseys of the world don't get due process of the law, and that they were committed to saying this will be a fair and transparent investigation and process at every level. That's what Benjamin Crunk said. The family wants Congress to approve the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, both of which U.S. House Democrats approved in 2021 before the legislation died in the Senate. The first aims to crack down on police misconduct, excessive force, and racial bias in law enforcement, while the Voting Rights Act would require local jurisdictions to seek federal approval before changing voting laws. Every member of Congress needs to vote today so that nobody else in the United States of this here America has to go through what we're going through. That's what the father said, James Wilburn. Now, in a statement released Tuesday, y'all Vice President Kamala Harris said she is joining y'all President Joe Biden in calling on Congress to pass the George Floyd Act and Policy Act.
I thought they already did.
Today, Jesus. Sonia Massey deserved to be safe, Harris said. This y'all Vice President now. After she called the police for help, she was tragically killed in her own home at the hands of a responding officer sworn to protect and serve. The disturbing footage released yesterday confirms what we know from the lived experience, from the lived experience, from the livid, I don't know, L-I-V-E-D, from, it's y'all Vice President. Okay, from the lived experiences of so many, we have much work to do to ensure that our justice system fully lives up to its name. Thank God that my husband speaks Kamala Harris.
You know, you got to understand, baby. Biden is writing her speeches.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
you said
Biden is writing her speech. Okay, so.
They went to school together, but you sure talk like him.
So Massey's oldest child, who is 17 years old, Malachi Hill Massey, said he watched the beginning of the body camera video of the shooting of his mother, but didn't finish it. It's tough to watch, y'all. It's very tough to watch. It's very, very, very hard to watch. He said, I have no words. Grayson was being held without bond in the county jail. If convicted, he faces prison sentences of 45 years to life for murder, 6 to 30 years for battery, and 2 to 5 years of misconduct. And I think he has been indicted. He was charged with murder and stripped of his badge and all things. Sean Grayson.
I don't see him making it in prison.
Well, Derek Chauvin's still alive, so you never know. But anyway, y'all, this is a sad situation, and all I can think is this really touched me more than the others, and I think it's because I'm tired. I'm tired of hearing about these things, and especially in your own home. Tatiana Jefferson. Ahmaud Arbery. It's just sad, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, or don't. I don't care. It's your girl B Sparrow. BuzzzTweet Talk Radio. Y'all. Holler at y'all, girl. Okay.
I can tell that they all scared of revolution. They ain't even trying to find out a resolution. I'm talking heal the body, free the mind, evolution. They don't really understand, man, they never do it. They acting all stupid